And there we go, just like that. Somebody wants to play. I don't know if that's gonna work out. I was thinking about just walking and then going over there for squats and lunges and whatnot. She's retreated farther away from the door. It's a-okay. Hey, Daisy. Daisy 1. My back is destroyed from that last workout. My biceps too. Forearms. Everything is destroyed. Went at it pretty hard. 150 pull-ups. I don't really even feel like lifting weights today. It's taking so much out of me. I used yesterday as a rest day. I just cleaned these and somehow they got grease on them. I must be a grease ball. Nice white t-shirt. Look, I noticed the fold line. I could see the crease where it was folded in my dresser, so. Keeping it up. Burhan. Thanks, Nazir. The squirrel is in our front yard. Probably gonna run around. No, he just turned the other way and ran. It was on the flower bed out there. Oh, you saw him out the front window? Yeah, we got squirrels. Desert squirrels, rock squirrels. I'm gonna try to do a little legs today. Hey, Jackson. Thanks, Jackson. Jackson boy! Is that what that is? It's hard to see. Yeah, it is. B-O-I-I-I. Jackson boy! Thanks, yeah. Everybody makes my name look so boring. Arizona Jake, I need to come up with something cool. I'm in Arizona, I'm in Phoenix. Like North Phoenix. It's hot, hot. Mesa. I think I got married in Mesa. Didn't we get married in Mesa? Yeah. It was a nice place. I enjoyed it. It is kind of a far drive though, from where I am. I'm pretty close to Thunderbird Conservation. Thunderbird Conservation Trail. hiking system. It's a little too rough for bicycles, but there's a couple little spots I managed to pull it off. I wonder how the biking is in Mesa. I'm sure there's some nice spots. Good cardio? I don't know. 808. No, walking is great cardio. We can walk faster, we can add some incline. Walking can be very difficult. I walked yesterday for an hour, and to be honest with you, my feet were a little tender. It's kind of embarrassed. I was surprised to find out that my feet were so soft that after walking for an hour, they were tender. Obviously, I need to walk more. My last workout I did, I split my hand open. I did 150 pull-ups. And this thing is very tender. Oh, I love life. And I really don't want to hold any weight today. You know? So I think I'm going to do lunges with the weight on my shoulders. And I can probably do a couple squats. I don't want to push really hard today. I'm just not in the mood. I'm 50. I'm 50 years old and I really don't want to hurt myself on a leg day today. Let's just get a nice little pump if we can. I wish they weren't so expensive. A weighted vest. I have things that I use that have a backpack I can put some weight in. I have some ankle weights. I should have bought a weighted vest a long time ago. Yeah, I think I'm just going to keep walking in between sets. I'm going to just turn the camera over there, get my little set, and then come back and try to catch up with you guys. Hey, Gabstar, you. Maybe you're getting too much protein. Yeah, I like to keep the blood circulating. I got these big varicose veins. Just helps to keep it circulating, in my opinion. I probably don't even need some weight for these first sets, so we're all good. And boy, my quadriceps are pretty sore today. We should stretch them out. Put you back. Put me in, coach. You can't be spamming gas. If I did that. You gotta be on your best behavior and act professional like me. Gabstar for a day, I think. Overruled, you know? My wife overruled me. The boss. See? You hear? Said, don't come in here talking grosso. I know. My wife never likes any of my friends.
You need to stop with that narrative. You don't like your friends. Get to him if you want. See if I care. All day long.
You what? Pop farts?
That's all they're talking about. That's what you want to talk about. Have fun. Talk about
Hold on, hold on, hold on. I got a bad memory. Hold on, hold on. Oh, I gotta write over my artwork. Let's take a close look at the artwork real quick before we resume the workout. Maybe some of you have seen. And I know some of my marker was running out. It's hard to see the detail I put into this. The black is fading. I mean, if you look close, there's... Somebody said happy little trees. What do you think those are? Happy little tree. We got happy little clouds. Look at how the mountain, oh, it's covered in snow. Drains down to this nice lake, surrounded by happy trees, and everything's in fall. This cabin has a nice little view. Yeah. But, oh yes. Jackson boy! Anyways, where was I? We were over here working out. Jackson boy got up on my Jake Ross painting. Start. Don't mess up the artwork. There's no mistakes. Isn't that what Bob Ross says? Just happy opportunities. Just paint over it. Man, I saw this crazy channel the other day. It was like, you gotta give a gift for a flex. It was some young, hot, buffed out chick with hundreds of people watching. So, you know, supply and demand. She could demand gifts, you know, for a flex. She had it listed. I think it was a corgi for a flex, you know? And I'm thinking to myself, bro, I'm just giving them out for free. I'm alive. Thanks. Ooh. Cab star. In what universe? I flexed the wrong thing. It's leg day. Should have flexed the legs. Thanks for the sparkles. And the star. Gab star, I already did. Mess with me. Let's get another set of lunges. Jake Arms, best arms. We got Jake Arm, best arms. Oh, my girl, she wants to play. A couple times. She's such a sweet girl. Yikes. Also, my biceps got destroyed from that last workout. During the workout, I realized my biceps were the weakest part of the pull-up machine. So I did some preacher curls, one-arm preacher curls. You're gonna see me doing one-arm preacher curls again for a while. I liked it a lot. Here, let me give you a flex. A little low-key flex. Did you see it? I had a little Chick-fil-A for breakfast today, in case anybody's counting, asking me always what my diet is. I started today off with a chicken biscuit from Chick-fil-A. Well, actually, I started it off with the hash browns. I ate the hash browns first. The whole box of hash browns first. Not like some and then some of the sandwich and then just completely all of the hash browns first. We had them from a different location. The bag was filled with, it was completely different. They put in mints, they put in paper towel, like wet naps. Stuff you don't get it at our local Chick-fil-A. But they kind of overcooked it a little bit, in my opinion. It was a little too crispy. I'd rather have my chicken biscuit fat, fluffy, juicy, and moist with no mints and wet wipes than have it overcooked and mints and wet wipes. Never? I did a lot of stretching yesterday. Those lunges, I could feel something like right in here on this leg, just this leg. Trying to work through it, warm it up. I think we're all right. My knees have warmed up. They were pretty stiff and painful to begin with, like always. But we're getting there. Pretty soon it's gonna be like butter. Hey, you know what we found? And when I say we, my wife, she found a new butter setting on the microwave. We've had this microwave for at least like 5-7 years. And there's a setting on there for melt and soften. Works for chocolate, works for butter. Yeah, there's this tag on the inside of the microwave. Never seen it, neither one of us have. Had no clue there was some big tag on the inside of the microwave with more settings and explanations. 7 years been using that microwave. Neither one of us have ever seen it before. Right there, front and center too. How could you miss it? As soon as you open the door, there it is, looking you in the face. See, I already established that Gabstar was most likely over 18. Despite the repeated flatulence comments. Some people believe that's how, I don't really believe, I don't buy into any of it. But some people will be like, that's how you get your stream taken off. Somebody's spamming. I feel kind of a small general pump going on right now. We're just, hey. Maybe I will end up getting a leg day after all. AI Island Adventure. Did you start making that show yet? Like AI Fantasy Island? Or AI Island, just call it AI Island. Anything can happen there. So whatever your wildest dreams can come true. I would totally give it a watch if it wasn't like pay streaming. If it was on just normal TV that I have right now. Let's do another set of lunges. Hopefully these old legs will continue to get stretched out, warmed up, and have a good time. soon. I think it's a great idea. I'm looking forward to it. If I knew how to create it myself without using AI, which would use valuable resources, I would just go ahead and spoof it up. I played with AI for a little while, then I really started to think about the resources that are wasted. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that. Let me get it set, okay? I'm sorry. Okay. You come first. Good catch. Bless you. My groin wants to be a little tight today. I do know. I don't know. Yikes. I want to add a little weight. Let's go do it now, eh? We can come back to this. It's starting to get warm in here. Back here just for a little bit. I know. Right? Instead of just sitting on the bench. In between sets, just walk a little bit. It's a twofer. It's a 2-for-1 workout. I'm walking, I'm getting my steps in, if anybody's counting, and I'm doing a little strength training. You know, I did a reset gap start. It wasn't anything personal. I didn't take your wrench away because anything you did. Took everybody's wrench away and just reset things. Yeah, doom scrolling. I do a lot of it. Underrated. Too much. I've been meaning to back away from it, right? the weekly report from your phone. You've used your phone this many hours a day on average. Oh, I try to defend myself like, but I'm working. It's work. I'm doing research. I'm trying to stay on top of the trends, stay hip, find something I can, make a short of. It's not doom scrolling. I'm actually working, doing research, keeping my hand on the pulse of things. What's going on? Hey, Andro 4818. I'm walking and lunging and gonna get the squats. Indian reservations, those are cool. I've played on an Indian reservation as a kid. I had some family that lived in Page. We went to visit them and we're riding our bicycles. And yeah, it was pretty crazy. I remember as a kid looking over it. Sure enough, I mean, it kind of looked like mud huts and teepees and stuff. And yeah, all the kids were Indians. I mean, they had bicycles and we all rode around together and had fun. It was, we were just kids. Somewhere around Page. I don't know what reservation it was. This was early 80s. 10,000 steps, that's a nice accomplishment. I haven't been able to pull that off in a while. Arizona bark scorpions. I had a girlfriend once that got bit by bark scorpions in her shower. She had like a little mild case of hallucination for a little while. That's good. 10 years old, yeah. 10 years old buying good stuff. So was I, They let us do it at Circle K, When I was a kid, my older sister, who was still underage probably, early teens, would send me in at like 9 or 10 years old with a fake letter, fake note. Mom is sick. Mom's too sick to get cigarettes. Please let my kid buy a pack. Yeah, they would, man. Buy a pack of cigarettes for my older, dumber sister. With a stupid note. Let's get a set of lunges. Yeah, the good old days. I used to write myself notes to get out of detention. I remember one time the lady at the school, I gave her this note to get out of detention. Handwritten by me, of course. The lady said, "Wow, you and your mom, you have very similar handwriting." I said, "Oh, really?" And then I got out of detention. Bye! See ya! The rest of them were too dumb to do the same thing. It was good to be a kid back then. Hey, Andrew. Check this one out, bro. When I was in junior high, my girlfriend had like student aid hour. Like she worked in the office. I don't know how she swung that. That was like her home class. She just worked in the office, delivering notes and stuff. My girlfriend, bro. She'd come get me out of class, go walk up and down the halls.
I did that in 8th grade too.
Oh, yeah. You should have been at my school. I should have been at your school. We probably would have been doing it together.
But I never did anything like that.
Oh, you never did anything like that?
It's just, they offered it. They offer it to good students. I was offered that position. And I didn't ask.
She was offered it. Yeah, my girlfriend in junior high.
The same thing with her.
She had the pad, the notepad. She'd come get me out of class every now and then. We just walk around. Yeah. Yeah, so one day she came, she came and delivered a note, my girlfriend, and to get me out of class. And I was like, oh, okay, here we go again. Hey, man, I can put my badaka in it. Yeah, but then the note said something different this time. I was like, what? Am I tripping? It said, get your books. Grab all your books and go to the front office. I was like, what? Yeah, it was something different that day. It was a real note. I thought my girl wanted to make out again. No, bro, it was my mom waiting for me. And she wanted to tell me my dad passed away. I was like, what? What? I thought we were gonna make out. What the fuck is this all about? Man, that was a fucked up day. What the fuck's this all about? See you later, Walton. iPhone 16. Built that credit up. It's about the time. Make up your mind, Gabstar. Do you want me to flex or do you want me to mod you? You know what? You can't make up your mind. Why don't you just take 24 hours to think about it and let me know tomorrow. I'll flex. You want to flex? I'll flex. Hey, baby.
Yeah.
Can you fill up my water for me? Put some ice in it, please.
Don't I always?
Did you catch that flex?
You said please. You go on the flex.
That was a flex. Hey, Rigid. Who Bob? Who's Bob? Where's Bob? Oh, I'm Jake Ross, not Bob Ross. It's Jake Ross. Yeah, you hear the ice? Water being poured over it, the ice crackling. Here it comes. You know she's barefoot. She's not pregnant, but she is barefoot. Thanks, baby. Bob's brother. Let's do this thing. Yeah, we feel it. I feel it. I feel it. I would never. It's not a flex if we can't see her. It would still be a flex if my wife, you know, she's just private and doesn't like to share any information. You trying to get in there? Lador. Hey Drew. Hey Drew, my man Drew. My TikTok account is slowly growing with very little effort. I think you had 8 followers now, so I've yet to post anything original over there. It's just copy pasta. Cruise control. You know, I don't want to work too hard, bro. You know, big dog. I don't want to work too hard. I'm looking forward to it. Getting excited. Play around on TikTok. Dude, the algorithm has me pegged as a big booby lover. Dude, the algorithm, if you were to watch my algorithm like scroll through lives, you would think that 99% of the people on TikTok are girls with big melons hanging out everywhere. No matter how much I swipe, it's just big gazongas. It's like there's no men. I think I'm gonna be the only man on TikTok. I can't believe it, dude. The algorithm on TikTok is so intuitive. I don't know. Maybe that's just the welcome, and I haven't taught the algorithm what I want. That's just the welcome wagon at TikTok. Big gazongas. I wonder what women are welcomed with at TikTok. You should make a TikTok account, honey, so we can see what new women are welcomed with at TikTok. And then you can follow me and mod. I do want you to mod. You don't do TikTok. I know. TikTok is a whole nother world, man. Everybody trying to message you and stuff. I already decided I'm not, you don't talk to me, I don't know, Because everybody wants to talk and then they want to get nasty and stuff with you. Yeah, where they hit you up for money. Pics, go somewhere else. Everybody wants you to go off app to talk. I thought we were talking here. I mean, I don't know how I would fit in there though. Maybe the algorithm could find some niche. For me. Yeah, and all the girls are in swimming pools too, in bikinis with their flotation devices out on full display. Like,
On display.
I didn't even know there were that many large-breasted women in the world. Like, holy cow! Where is this? This isn't representative of my neighborhood. When I go to Walmart, I'm not seeing this. It's definitely a skewed reality over there. And everything is AI. Everything. Whoa, I don't have a WhatsApp, Jay. You already know that, Drew. I love going to Walmart. I don't know how we're so compatible, Drew. Opposites attract. Everyone normal hates Walmart. I'm not normal. Hey Lars. I'm the abnormal one in the group. I'm the one they call, like, what, the trendsetter? Everybody's copying me. Well, the normies. The normies. They like to copy and imitate us abnormies. As if you could even compete. You run into them or you're looking for them, Marilyn? You know, there are girls that honestly look for a bad man. It's just what they know, unfortunately. Every time, as soon as they get out of one bad, creepy relationship, on to the next. Moth to the flame. Hey, when I was single, I used to actually think that I would find the prettiest girls at the library for some reason. I'd be at the library. It's like, man, there's all these hot chicks everywhere in the library. And at the grocery store, too. I like to get done up when back in the day when I would go to the grocery store. Yeah, I can really feel it in my right inner thigh, groin, hammy area, right, under the goods and to the side. Usually it's the left one. So sometimes I'm happy that it's the other one, because it's always this one. Oh, nice. My other leg hurts this time. Jackson boy. Yeah, I do. I put your name up there. You might have split by then. Right? Did you see the close-up of my Bob Ross painting? I made a short where I was just goofing around. Seems to be fairly popular so far. But anyways, I signed your name up there for the gifts. And I Love Life is up there too. You're over her. She's under you. Jackson boy. Yeah, I was showing close-up detail. The marker was a little dry. And the fine detail didn't quite come through. I was offering a close-up for those that were here. If I recall right, there was only 6 of us. And I think I might have been one of them. I got my laptop running watching. Yeah, just to pad the numbers. No, I use it to read chat. Sitting in the computer chair really bothers my legs. I have some varicose veins popping out on my left leg. It's been getting worse and worse over the years. And when I sit too long, really, you can feel it. I have to elevate it. I have to get up and move around. Thanks, I Love Life. Jackson boy, I would, put you up there, but you're already up there. Maybe you weren't there. Let me just show you before I get another set. And then I gotta do some squats. I was trying to say, right? Signed it up there. But I was doing, there's a lot of detail that didn't show up. Like my marker was running dry and I need to get a new one. But it has a roof, there's a chimney, and I imagine, I don't have green markers. I imagine it's fall in the leaves, the happy little trees. And you know, right there, it's obvious. There's no doubt, no doubt. Those are happy clouds, right? And look at the mountains. You know, just like Bob Ross would do it. We highlighted it up there for snow. Oh, look, we got springtime has come, or actually it's fall, but it's year-round snow. It's melting down the river. It's filling up this lake. That's giving life to happy trees. Happy trees all around it, far off into the distance. We even got trees up close. He's got a friend, happy little tree. This beautiful grass area leading up. Like, wouldn't you like to live here? Doesn't this seem like a nice, peaceful place? Get real cozy and comfy in there. Listen to the crackle of the fire. Yeah. Bushes. Yeah. It was pretty dope. I was happy with it. Bob Ross. Some of you foreigners like Lars may not know what Bob Ross was. Bob Ross was free TV on PBS back in the day when like there was no cable, or most people didn't have cable. It was just free, good TV on PBS. And he had this very relaxing, comforting voice, and he would just soothe you. My wife and I, we watch it today when we want to take a nice nap after we've had a nice like brunch or lunch and the belly is full. We get comfortable on the sofas and we watch Bob Ross, and before you know it, wow, I feel really good. That was a nice restful nap. He's the man, Bob Ross. There's a whole like culture revolves around Bob and the memory of Bob. You could get gifts from PBS from donating, like, you know, Bob Ross hooked on painting, or, you know, a painting set with his, you know, titanium white, Van Dyke brown, yellow ochre, classic colors. Classics, brother. Yes, sir. Let's get one more set of lunges, and then I'm going to transition to some squatteroos. Yeah, I remember learning that. Yellow and blue make green. Red and blue make purple, right? Red and yellow make orange. All of them smeared together make black, brown, doo-doo mess. Oh, Champ's here. Yeah, I used to know how to do the Dewey Decimal System to look up things in the catalog, the card catalog. My good dear friend Champ. I told you, everybody, I just reset the channel, cleared all the moderators off, and as they come back, I, you know, give some back, you know. And then there's Marilyn. Hey, Divine Operator. Let's get a set. Sasquatch, trans-dimensional being. The camera's not set up for it. I gotta get a set. Oh, let's add some more weight too. We've been adding like 10 pounds every set. Let's see, it's starting to get a little heavy. Now that Champ is come around, I'll probably hurt myself. Jinx! How dare you, Champ? Hey, thanks for stopping by, Champ. And you too, Marilyn. Divine Operator. I think Divine Operator even had a wrench for a hot minute. Oh, those were the good old days. Oh, it's Final Destination 2. Would I like to be a kid again? Only, only if I can take my wife with me. That's gotta be included in the deal. We both gotta be kids again. No. Huh? No, because I had to stop and wash it. My hands are already dirty. How do you like that? No. Losing brain cells. I used to give them away as a kid. I thought I had a lot to spare. Did a whole lot of dumb things, just giving those brain cells away when I was a kid. In the next 20 years, I hope I see another 20 years. I hope you see another 20 years. I hope everybody here sees another 20 years. I hope my wife and I get another 20 years. You know what today is? Take a guess. "21 years. 21 years married. In Mesa. 21 years ago in Mesa. You know, it was hot. You know how good my skin looked? Woo! Because I was flushed. Yeah, the wedding pictures turned out beautiful. My wife, I remember when the doors opened up and I saw her. Oh my goodness. Wow, bro. Lucky man. Lucky man. Carrying powerhouses like me. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I said it before in the training, right? When you guys are just training, when we would train, you know, in garrison, in friendly environment, that's what garrison means. You're not deployed. In garrison, you're here just practicing, training. You know, in the training scenarios, you have to take casualties, right? And you have to drag the casualties, you have to treat the casualties, you have to litter or carry the casualties. And to make the training experience more fun, they would always pick the big boys, right? And this is elite training. There's no fat guys here, right? So the big boys, they're the muscle guys. Right, the 6-footers, the over 200 pounds, stacked solid. I was the guy that was always getting imaginary killed in training, and they would have to carry me. And I remember the trainer said to me one day, you know why I picked you, Arizona? Because you're big. It makes it hard for them to carry you. It's nothing personal. You're going to be dead a lot this week. Don't worry about it. Just get comfortable. Yeah, Sergeant. Let them carry me around. And they would cry and complain. Arizona, how you weigh so damn much? Thanks, Asa, Brax Cash. That's Asa there. 36 years together. Congratulations. Yesterday. That's a heck of an accomplishment. I look forward to saying the same thing one day. Thanks, Lars. You don't support marriage? Everything is man-made social construct. To be fair, we live in our mind. Our mind sees things and interprets it, and that's what we live in. That's the reality. Whether we're confused or we're accurate in our assessment, that is what we've made. This will be my last set, and then we're gonna do squats. Not very many. I gotta hurry up. I think I already did this weight, didn't I? I did. We'll go heavier next time. Final destination. I got my own room. My wife has got her own room. Yes, sir. It's the best arrangement a man can dream of. His own room to do with what he pleases, to decorate it as a man sees fit. I'm free to fart and snore. I highly recommend it. That's the dream there. It's called like a split floor plan. This is an old school house, and they didn't believe in that. Like the dining room, when families would eat together, it's huge, but it's so like last half century ago. Now, you know, people don't have kids. And then if they do, they certainly don't sit at the dinner table. So that's like wasted space. Yeah, I need a split master. His, hers, bathroom, shower. Because when I'm doing my business, the last thing I need is her hearing me do my business. And I don't want to hear her doing her business. All those noises in there. Let's set up some squats. Urologist. Is he an old man with glasses? Who needs to shave? Is he lazy? I would find a new urologist. Honestly. Maybe you should get a female urologist. Wouldn't that be nice? That's one thing that females were better at. Nurturing and taking care of doctors and nursing. It's not just cooking and cleaning they're good at. Yeah, my mom had stairs. I slipped going down the stairs a couple of times. Dude, it's horrible. I would never have stairs. And then when you get old, all you do is complain. All she did was complain about her stairs, and you're the dummy that bought them. You didn't think you were old already, and it was only going to get worse? Cook Instagram posts. Just dump seasoning packets on it and then drown it in ranch and call it dinner. Modern girls. What authority do you have to speak for all modern girls? Modern women? I mean, are you a woman? Do you have some insight? Final destination. You know, you gotta learn how to get along with them, dude. Well, all right. Let me put it to you straight. I'm just trying to be nice here. My wife is listening. You don't need to learn how to get along. You need to learn how to put them in their place, all right? You're the man, take charge. Champ, one of these days I am going to eat those donuts. I'm thinking maybe next week. My wife made some cookies that I ate a lot of them. So I gotta wait like another week before I can go hog wild on a dozen donuts. Premium donuts, no less. It's only 135 pounds. What does that make it? Approximately 60% of my body weight. For reference, 60% of my body weight. I don't really like to go heavy on squats. I used to go heavy when I was young. I would always be doing 225 and sometimes 275 for like sets of 10, really low. In my 20s. But it's funny, you hear a whole lot of retired old bodybuilders that say you don't need to go heavy to build muscle and maintain what you have. Lightweight, good form, good pump, that's all you need. But it's funny, you only hear the old retired bodybuilders who are using lightweight say that. They never said that when they were young. They never said that. Criminally, for my age, that's why I had so much trauma in my life. I never grew up. You know what I'm saying? Final Destination. So much trauma. I just didn't even grow up. I was like, I'm done. I'm just gonna stay a kid. Right? You should see how young and hip my wife is, and she's 6 months older than me. She's got the same attitude. We'll try to do a little more reps, but I'll get back to walking in between sets. It's a great way to catch my breath. For Arby's? No, you can't. I don't eat Arby's. Well, actually, my wife likes Arby's. She used to. She really did. And to be honest with you, I didn't mind Arby's in the 90s. They had the 5 for $5. $5, get 5 big fat roast beef sandwiches. But my wife has gone to Arby's a couple times recently, and finally she's just given up. It's too disgusting. So I can't even accept $200 for Arby's on her behalf. I was gonna say no, not me, but then I was like, oh, wait a minute, dumbass. Think about your wife for a second. But then you just heard her over my shoulder. No Arby's. We'll settle for love, Mangler. Good steak for yourself. Off your diet. Well, I won't be eating the donuts for you. You had nothing to do with it. I am not motivated by taking your money for those donuts on false pretenses. To eat those donuts, okay, champ? You got nothing to do with this decision, pal. This is between me and my childhood. I actually very rarely comb my hair. You know what? I'm sorry, folks. I was tired last night, and to be completely honest with you, I decided not to take a shower. And I went to bed. So this morning, I didn't even fix my hair like I usually do. Normally, I fix my hair with just my hands. I get it wet in the sink. I dry it to a nice, perfect consistency. It can't be too dry or too wet. And then I take my gorilla snot, whatever that's called, gel, and I mix it in there, and I do my best to part it. Gel holds it down pretty good. And then when I like the playfulness amount of it, then I try to get the sides nice and slick. And then I use a blow dryer to try to set it and forget it, make it dry real quick. Because this curl right here, if it's allowed to stay moist, and I start working out, it'll curl too much. And it kind of makes me look a little sissy-like, you know? So, there you go. Everything you wanted to know about my hair. Short answer, no. I do not comb my hair. And I didn't even fix it today. None of that matters right now. You know what matters? That squat rack over there. It's got my name all over it. See down there at the bottom? Pro. That's me. Pro. Yeah, 2 for 5. Super lame. I wish I could read those names. I'm gonna call that one Tinoxab. Right there with hi, I'm happy because I drink candy tea. Very nice. It's me, John. Mr. John, Super John. Thanks. Thank you. Start my own show. Well, let's talk about that final. For you and now it's 5. One of them's my wife. So you, my wife, and 3 other people. Let me get my numbers up first. Oh no, what is it, Nigerian Nightmare?
No, fart boy.
Fart boy. It's Howard Stern. It was funny when Howard Stern was Fart Man. The MTV Music Awards like 30 years ago. Some of you kids probably have no clue. You're a lovely couple. Final. Yeah, when she's not annoying me really bad. And I'm not annoying her really bad. Yeah. Those old D's are trying to clap back. Sailing Cook George. As I've been saying, right? I think that was 12 reps. You know, I always reset the, not always, reset the channel. I was especially confused as to what was going on with my app. I was having some difficulties. I was taking a deep dive and I just noticed all these things. I was like, you know what? Let's just reset it. Whole bunch of mods. Some I struggle to remember who they are. Whole bunch of people hidden. I don't know. I'm just gonna reset it and start over. Nice to see you. Yeah, you know, when I was younger, I would be more likely to go to failure. I don't think Mike Mentzer is working out to failure today. You know, and I seriously doubt he was, you know, squatting and working legs to failure in his 50s. Maybe leg extensions, you know, seated leg extensions. Sure, old man. Go to failure, how impressive. Whoopity-doo. But squats? The only person that's 50 years old going to squat failure is some retard all jacked up on steroids and testosterone trying to show off. Kegel. Do they call those the same thing for men? I remember being young and concerned about that stuff. Training regimen. That's what I thought Jeff might be doing, right? Because everybody's like, oh, you got bad urine stream. And Jeff's like, no, there's nothing wrong with my urine stream. Probably because he's practicing those Kegels, stopping the urine stream to strengthen that muscle so he doesn't, you know, prematurely, you know, every single time he pisses. Even though he hasn't been with a woman in like 20 years, right? Isn't that odd that he has to clarify? Like he could just leave it at, I haven't had sex in 20 years. But he doesn't. He clarifies it. I haven't had sex with a woman in 20 years. So he's in there stopping his urine stream, trying to strengthen those muscles for when the day finally comes. Or doesn't come. Greatest cardio ever. I think that's Cardi King. I have a subscriber named Cardi King. He was probably the best ever. I mean, if you're the Cardi King, I don't even try to pretend like I'm the Cardi King. I know better than that. Is that the brand name? Maybe I'm lost in the sauce again. That always happens. Yeah. They put everything together conveniently for you too, you little people too. Yeah, they do it all for me. It is all for me. Yeah, the other day I went to Walmart and I went down the cookie aisle looking for graham crackers. And the graham crackers were at the end of the aisle, like the last cookie. And then just around the corner on the actual end aisle display was all three of them lined up. Graham crackers, marshmallows, and Hershey bars right there, all convenient for me and the rest of you people. Yeah. No, that's a little too heavy. I don't want to do that. Final destination. You remind me of my friend. I told you that before. You remind me of my friend. young blood. We're getting a tremendous lower back workout in addition to our legs. I can feel my lower back, but it's getting stronger. As compared to months ago, 6 months ago, I could feel my back in a different way, like it was weak. And it was gonna be sore. Today I can feel it like, yeah, it's strong, we're good. It's those knees we gotta worry about right now. Woo! I feel like there's some inflammation. 50-year-old knees. Dead Mike. Old man Logan. X-Men. I like X-Men and I do like Wolverine. He's a cool character, right? Easy, old timer, I know. I had to pace myself, Dead Mike. Young blood. Kneecap. State Farm. Jake, State Farm. Seth, do good. Yeah, I don't want to do too many more sets. I did a lot of set of lunges. Maybe I'll try real hard to go all out on my next leg workout. The last one was pretty vicious. I did almost everything. Lunges, deadlift, straight leg deadlift. I think it was over 2 hours. I'm at an hour and a half, so we'll just do one more set. And I'm gonna walk and stretch. So I guess I'm gonna be here a little longer. I'm 6'1" if I was bald. The hair usually gives me another 1.5 inches, sometimes 2. The shoes give me like another 1.5 inches. People often guess me for 6'4" when they see me in person. 6'4", 6'5". But barefoot, bald, being honest, 6'1". But the last time I measured was like a long time ago when I was in the Army. I probably have shrunk since then. You know, I shrank 1 inch in the Army. They got me on the intake at the MEP Center, 6'2". 6'2" at the MEP Center. And then like halfway through right before deployment, somehow I shrunk down to 6'1". That was like 15 years ago. Last time I measured. I might even be shorter than 6'1" now. Iceman, I know someone who's been trying to get into Hollywood their whole life. And to their credit, they actually have a long list of IMDb they've had as extras on a long list of popular shows. There he is. This guy has like spent his whole life chasing stardom, comedy shows, music, bands, has his own CDs. He has shirts with his own face on his shirts. Makes him so cool. He has shirts with his own face on it. And he just can't make it, you know, if he can't make it, you know. And he's just like the rest of them in Hollywood, you know. If you know what I'm talking about, he's just like the rest of them, and they still wouldn't let him in. Well, I'm not like them. Iceman. Let's get my last set of squats, and then I'm going to walk and stretch. Thanks for being so kind. Thanks for being so kind, Iceman. Ken216. Hey, Coda. Hope you're still here. Thanks for saying hi. I've been live streaming for an hour and 38 minutes. I've been trying to stay low key and not get really worked up anymore. Trying a different approach. I don't want to get all worked up unnecessarily. I've been walking on the treadmill, and every now and then I've been doing lunges, and now I've transitioned to squats, and I'm just about done. Yeah. They're all yours except for mine. Yeah, we're committed and monogamous. It's to the very end. See who's the last person standing. It's winner take all. It's a very high stakes game we've got going on here. She has a little, something squirreled away. I got a little something squirreled away. We've all gone all in. We're both all in. It's high stakes, winner take all. Last one standing gets into everything. Everything, and we've been together 21 years. Oh yeah, we've been together even longer. She's always here to correct me. That's why I keep her around.
24 years.
Yeah, 24 years now we've been together. Married 21. Yeah, it is. We're old enough to drink, and neither one of us do. She quit drinking a year and a half ago. I quit drinking 6 months ago. 6 months and 1 day ago, I quit for a New Year's resolution. No alcohol in the house, man. My wife said, I didn't even think about it. She said today, this will be our first anniversary where we didn't party and drink, and it was like, wow. Let that set in. Wow. Wow. Last set. Hey, Joe Wolf. We don't have kids. We have dogs. It just didn't work out for us. I actually tried. We tried. I tried so hard. Woo! Boy, did I try. I tried hard. I tell you. Come home from work. Clock back in. There we go. My legs held up for one more leg day. Blessed with another leg day on my 21st anniversary. Makes you happy? So happy together. I have never actually officially run a marathon. I think one time I accidentally ran a half marathon. In the Army, we did a land nav, and it was a race. And you had to solve a puzzle and get your waypoints. And then you and your whole team had to sprint or run. Sometimes it could be 5 miles away, your next waypoint. And your whole team's got to get there, and then, you know, you get your clue, and then there's another waypoint. Yeah, I've done like, right, I think what are they? They're 23 or 26 miles a marathon. I mean, I know one time we ran, one day, man, we had to have been like 13 miles running around the base, doing land nav. Yeah. I'm not really built for running. I'm not a really good runner. I'm typically pretty heavy. I have a high BMI. According to the BMI chart, I'm actually overweight. 6'1", 199. Today I weighed 201. It's the first time I've been over 200 in a while. I love running too. It's really, it does give you a euphoric high, you know. And if you read into it, there's a science behind it. Your brain has pleasure receptors, and your body can release dopamine or something like that from running, and it's very, very similar to the same feel-good things that are in marijuana. Like they bind to the same pleasure receptors. The feel-good that you get from running, and if you know, and I swear I get the same feeling from weightlifting sometimes. When I'm really getting on it and getting in the zone, I mean, I feel zenful, right? There's a feedback loop. It's pleasurable for a purpose, right? Rewarding, keeps you coming back, keeps you healthy and fit. There must be some kind of rationale. Any kid, that was my decision too, after you know, going to war and deploying. I returned very angry, and I didn't want to bring kids into the world and have them see what I was doing. So I made an effort not to, you know, bring any kids into the world. And then finally, when I'm all cool and calm and chill and shit and well adjusted like I am now, now we're just too old. Too old. Let me walk a little bit to recirculate the blood. You know, your cool downs are a very important part of your workouts. I know, I hardly ever warm up, and I hardly ever stretch, and I hardly ever cool down, and I hardly ever stretch. But they're very, very important, and I need to start doing a whole lot more of it, especially now that I'm getting old. Just like everything I learned in my personal training classes at the college. Old people lose flexibility, muscle mass. It's important to weight train to prevent muscle loss. And it's important to stretch to retain your flexibility and range of motion and your general mobility in life. Right, Milkman? He's an old goat. Tell us, old wise one, with broken down, replaced knees. Incline treadmill, walk or run. Which is better? It depends on what your goals are. Walking is always low impact. Running, you know, can do damage to your knees and your ankles, especially if you have bad form. And I was saying earlier, you know, you can walk at a really fast pace. And you can do it with an incline. And you'll start pouring sweat. And you can get your heart rate up nice and high just by walking. Studies even show that walking, cycling, and swimming are the best exercise for overall gut flora well-being. Yeah, like marathon runners. If I ever run a marathon. Yeah, studies show that marathon running actually kills all the healthy bacteria, or not all of it, but some of it, in studies. You know, and a healthy gut flora, you know, a wide, diverse, you know, bacteria in your gut leads to, you know, overall good health, yeah? And studies show that, you know, weightlifting is good for it, for high levels of good gut health. But most beneficial, they find, are exercises like moderate cycling, and swimming. The healthiest of all, just analyzing people's guts. That's something I read recently. Walk backwards too. Hey, codification. Somebody, maybe it was you. No, it was Mark from Gravity Core Fitness was talking about walking backwards for bad knees. I can't walk, but jogging or biking is out of the question. I'm so sorry. Basically crippled. Doctor's appointment on Monday. I hope it goes well. I'll be back next time. Smoking kills, so does living. Yeah. You know when smoking really kills is when you fall asleep with a lit cigarette and catches the place on fire. It really got you that time. Hey, Frenchie. Nice to see you, Frenchie. Just right after that, what a segue. Burning up in a fiery death. Oh, hey, Frenchie. We're casually only doing 2.1 miles per hour. This is a cool down walk after a bunch of lunges and squats. I'm gonna do some stretching after this. My knees took a lot of abuse doing lunges and squats over there. So, swimming and bicycling. I wish I wouldn't mind having a single Olympic lap pool that somebody else took care of. And in my backyard, I would love to swim in something really shallow, like 4 feet, where even me couldn't drown. Let me knock on some wood, because I have drowned once before. I don't want to be drowning again. Yeah, I drowned once as a kid. I don't know. This treadmill, when it's paused for too long, it has to be restarted. So I've lost track of how many miles I've walked total. It's been really slow. It's just something for me to catch my breath. I was trying to say earlier, in between sets of squats, most people just sit there. So, whew. I thought I would, instead of doing that, I could just get up here and walk and talk a little bit. Thanks for your support, Frenchie. Elijah Smith. Well, okay, I hope you're still here, Elijah. Yeah, I keep the same job on the front line. You can make little micro adjustments. I don't know if you're speaking of a different front line than I'm speaking of, but when I was in the front line with my fellow soldiers, we would get a nice break because we would switch duties. And that's something I really liked. It was a nice way to pass the time. Okay, because you got a lot of time to pass. Some days I could be a driver. Some days I was a gunner, just sitting there, looking around. And then other days I was a dismount. Get out and walk around. Salam alaikum. What's up, brother? How you doing? Everything cool around here? Alright. Doggy, she's chilling. I've been on the treadmill, so she really hasn't had the opportunity to play. I tried to play with her a little bit in the beginning of my workout. Normally, if I'm not on the treadmill and I'm working out, I'll try to play with her in between, as long as I can stay focused and remember. And I made an attempt today, but she comes on strong and then usually gives up when I ignore her for so long. She's a good pup. Every day I wish I could say the same thing. Andres, W biking is absolutely legit. That's what turned me around. When I got out of the army, I gained a bunch of weight because I had injured my shoulder and it wasn't fixed yet. So I couldn't exercise. I was pretty cranky. And so I just sat around and eating and drinking. And then I had the surgery and I couldn't, I had to sleep in a lazy boy. I had to sleep in the seated upright position. So, I mean, I got real big, not exercising. Yeah, I got up to 275 pounds. I'm 200, right? 201 today. This lighting isn't very good for my abs, but. Oh, look at my lat coming in. It's starting to reach down there. Yeah, I bought a bicycle and started riding it around. Had so much fun. An hour, 2 hours would go by like that. I just had so much fun, and all it, just melted away the fat. And then my wife dragged me back into the gym. She was in here working out, and I'm like a kid. Like if you have two kids, they don't care about that one toy until the one kid starts playing with it, and then the other kid just desperately has to have the toy. That's my toy. That's basically what was happening. I was laid up in my chair, and I was still like angry and hurting and drinking and fat. And then my wife was in here working out, and I could hear her. It just started. Yeah, I think I'm losing my connection. I need to get out of here. It was just eating away at me. Yeah, my wife was in here working out, and I could hear her on the treadmill and stuff. So I was like, wait, I gotta get in there and work out. Just the two things together really helped out. 8 packs, you lucky. Your change of plans was probably for the best. I wouldn't change anything, me personally, but I don't really recommend it for anybody. I would recommend serving your country. It's a great experience, but you need to choose wisely. I wouldn't recommend any combat jobs, me personally, but. And everybody I ever knew that ever served said the same thing. You talk to old guys that were in the army a long time ago. No, bro. No, man. They worked like a dog. It sucks. I would never recommend it. That's what everybody always said to me. I say the same thing. Do as I say, not as I do. You can only do 2.1. Didn't you say you were having you had some knee surgery too, didn't you, Frenchie? I don't have the best memory. I remember thinking you fell or you did something and hurt your knee. Hyperextended, there you go, it's up further and then I fell asleep. Yeah, I'm gonna try to stretch a little bit. Yeah, right? That's what it is. 2 miles per hour in an hour. How sad is that? It's pretty good if you have injuries or whatever. It's pretty good, right? I mean, if I can, let me stretch a little. I love life. Thank you. Hey, baby. I love life sends super chat. It says happy anniversary.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. See ya. See ya, champ. Thanks for stopping in. The people with the 8-pack abs always caught my attention. I always had a magazine subscription in high school to Men's Health or Muscle Magazine. And yeah, there were some people that would have an 8-pack, like 6-pack just wasn't enough. It's like 8? Wow, bro. It must be really good genetics. I have an 8-pack. Yeah, that's scary. I used to I used to know someone that was like double jointed. Their knees and their elbows would naturally hyperextend. And when I work out with them, it's always like, whoa, whoa. I think my wife even hyperextends a little bit.
Yeah.
I guess I must be attracted to women who are very flexible and hyper flexible. I just realized that.
It's called hypermobility, yes.
Hypermobility. But to be fair, I'm double jointed. My thumbs bend backwards. And my fingers. No, same when we used to do, combatives and learn MMA and put people in arm bars and control, and my stuff would always bend back way further than they were supposed to. And it, So yeah, I always like to check myself to see if things have changed since I've gotten older, and I like to fact check myself too, right? And I say you shouldn't skip leg day, and I give you a reason because legs are the largest, muscle group in the body, and they release the most testosterone when you're working out. And yeah, and they were saying if you have, I remember reading, if you're finding you're running into a plateau for your biceps or your bench press, they would recommend trying to do your arms or your bench press on the same day you do squats because it's only like a temporary release. It's short lived. They say that your testosterone levels return back down to kind of like normal levels in like 3 or 4 hours after a grueling leg day workout. So yeah, if some people are really struggling to get big biceps, maybe do some curls on the day that you do squats or something like that. So yeah, I fact checked that the other day. I was like, is that true what I'm saying? Or did they change that? Because I remember reading that as a kid. Never skip leg day because it unlocks testosterone that the rest of your body will benefit from. So I had to look that up yesterday. And they were saying, yes, yes, it is true that there's, not only bodybuilders that talk about it, but there's studies that prove it. But yeah, it's a very short lived. But yeah, it's kind of like what I'm saying. There you go. If you want to get bigger biceps, maybe do curls on the day that you do squats. Thanks for hanging out with me. Jackson boy. And I love life. I got you up there. Thanks again. And have a great day. See ya.